Okay, so we are doing another round of Slay the Princess. Um, Last time I created a nightmare. It was terrifying, and I don't think I want to do that again. Let me turn down the audio a little bit. Not quite that much. Um, yeah. So I think I tried to kill her several times, right? But I have so far been unsuccessful. I did one time just be like, fuck it, let's fall in love with her. Um, but I don't know that I'm gonna do that this time around. So I think I might actually try to kill her legitimately this time. Which one is the soonest? 2138, 2230. I think this was the latest one. Yeah.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
As usual.
You're here to slay her.
Yep. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Sweet, I've always wanted to offer Monarch Viva la Revolucion. I always stumble over this. I don't know why. It's not like I can't read it.
That's the spirit.
Okay, maybe the positivity will earn us some points in the killing her category. Also, if you can hear anything, like some smacking against the microphone perhaps, that would be my cat who's begging for dinner an hour and a half early. He's being incredibly annoying about it. He's sat between my monitors and coming around to smack my microphone. So my apologies if you can hear him. Maybe the positivity of
your way up the short path to the cabin.
This
You'll find the princess.
will get us some points for killing her. We've done this a few times already. Looks normal. Yes, there's a blade. We'll take it. There's an achievement for doing it without the blade. I'll take it. I think last time what happened was that I was like, maybe I'll kill her, maybe I won't. And then I talked to her, and then I left her down there, and she turned into the nightmare. So I think like I didn't try to stab her at all, even though I had the knife. So I think that, and one time when I did have the knife and I didn't use it, or they threw it down there, she stabbed me with it twice. Once when she was in love with me, once when I tried to kill her, she took it and stabbed me with it. So I think I'm going to take it, I'm going to talk to her, and make her feel comfortable, and then we'll get to stabbing. I think that's what we'll do. So we're going to take the blade.
You take the blade.
Go down the basement. I'm drinking coffee, by the way. I apologize.
Revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light.
Yeah, it sucks. It's gross. We're doing a favor.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds different again.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's...
Oh wait, we've heard this before.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
We'll be friendly. We'll be friendly and win her trust over, and then we'll get to stabbing. That's what we'll do.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Is she really a threat
whatever.
To the world? Focus on the task at hand.
Hot people can be evil too, okay?
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Right, she's got a little bit of an attitude or whatever in this kind of loop. I've had the one where it's really messed up and like falling apart in tatters, splintered everywhere. Sorry, you can probably hear my dog growling in the background. Maybe not. Probably you can. I've been the one where she's in this frilly, beautiful dress and she's locked in like a tower that's really nicely done up. And then also this fractured cabin that's floating in the middle of nowhere. So, this is like the most average one, I think. Let's see. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it?
Self-defense,
And then we
okay?
can chat.
I know what you're capable of.
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat.
You are sorely mistaken, my guy.
Don't you dare.
He did force us the one time.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Also, last time I withered when I looked in the mirror at the end of the loop. So, I don't know whether that's good or bad. Because I did bring a version of her to her. The arms, the her, capital H-E-R, her. Brought her something. But I don't think it was a very good thing, so I think that might be why I withered. Although she says that she feels neutral about what she's been given because she is becoming. But I feel like in the overall narrative, that's why I withered, even though it's not explained to us. Because when I brought her the sweet in love one, even though she was kind of terrifying in love, she wasn't evil, she didn't kill us or anything. I grew or whatever, or I've changed when I brought that version to her. So that's my theory, that there is some kind of like moral compass type thing in the background for what kind of princesses or types of the princess we bring to her. But anyway, I feel like this one's going to end up being a bad one that I'm going to wither further. Who knows? We'll see. I love visual novels so much, you guys. Interactive novels, whatever you want to call them. I feel like if I tighten my grip, she's going to be like... She's going to turn into the Razor one again. Maybe. Drop it, then we can talk. Because we can always strangle her, right?
Blade tumbles out from trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
I will say the mixing between the narration, the various voice acting, and the narration and the background sounds and music, the mixing is not always great. There are some voices that are way louder than the others. The one that's stubborn in particular, the voice of the stubborn or whatever tends to be very quiet until it's suddenly extremely loud at times. And not in a, like... you can get the effect of having a narration that's louder, or like, it's like in singing, like in records. You can have the change in the tone of voice where it's yelling and getting louder without blasting eardrums. That's when we use what's called compression in mixing and like producing. And I feel like they didn't do much compression with the voice, the narration, the voice acting. This is just my thoughts after playing it for a while. Not that it's relevant to the story at all. I just noticed it in this last bit of narration. Anyway, the mixing and the narration is not always fantastic, although I do really enjoy all the voice actors in this, especially the narrator, and all the different like voices of the XYZ. Just the mixing's not great we use compression to reduce the lows and highs so that it's easier to listen to and more pleasant to listen to. Just hasn't really been done in this.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
Against your better judgment, not mine. My judgment was to drop the knife.
We'll be fine. We don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her.
I'm trying to catch her off guard, sir.
Just
I
make
have
sure you
my
don't forget
reasons.
about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
She's gonna be in fight mode if I bring the blade with me, right? So I just have to play nice and I like choke her out or something. Although he does say that I need it, so like maybe she won't actually die if I choke her out because I haven't gone this route yet. I think. Who knows?
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
I'm here because you're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Why not? I'm sure she knows it.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
I don't think you do.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
How long?
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
She only knows kill. Her job is murder.
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to.
See, I believe this. After the last few endings I got, I believe the narrator in this specific instance.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world.
Slay
Tell
me?
me why?
Okay, so what if I go the nightmare route, but actually I let her out this time instead of locking her down there and sleeping?
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
That's the thing, you have killed me.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
Blind trust in the narrator, blind trust in you.
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
So true. I am not a monarchist. What if I pretended to... So, like, how would I get you out of here? She'll be like, oh, the knife, you can cut off my hand, like, wink, wink. And what if I grab it and then say I'm gonna cut off her hand, but then I, you know, shank, shank. Maybe? A relationship, are you coming on to me? Actually, that'd be funny. Let's say that.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Okay, but you know that's not how it's, like, colloquially used. Come on, girl. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics, no matter how.
Yeah, whenever your straight answer, I heard this before.
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness.
Alright, bitch.
Or Her Majesty.
You can't. Don't.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. Well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge. She isn't suggesting what I think she is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I do know why I'm here. Will slaying her right now actually work? Because I don't think it will. I think she's gonna like open up the razor hands again and just, you know, slice. Again, I'm getting you out of here, but then stabby stab. Yeah? Which one? I also want the Chivos. I think that you know what? I'm just gonna do this again and again and again. I'm gonna slay the princess.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand. You've already lost the battle.
God damn it.
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
What?
We shouldn't have hesitated. But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones.
Jesus.
Making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on
Jesus Christ.
the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand. And now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do?
God damn
Look
it.
at you.
What's the next part gonna be like?
Broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
Because each loop goes a few times. Or I go to the cabin a few times in each loop. I'm just calling them loops. I don't actually know what else to call them.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of you.
Good God.
out of your
The
lungs.
noise.
This is the end, isn't it?
What do you think? You're being suffocated. What do you think?
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The tower.
You're on a path in
Yep.
the woods.
On the path
And
to the
at the end of
cabin, the
that
basement of the
path,
cabin of
you're
the princess.
headed
You're
to
a
sleep.
slayer if you don't be the end of the world. She's going to kill me again.
Again. People don't. He doesn't remember what happened. You know I can
We've been
hear
through
what
this a
it
few
matter
times.
what he knows.
Oh, we're broken
There's
already.
nothing she is not going to kill you unless you let her.
We're gonna go.
A warning. She will lie.
Yep,
Might
yep.
as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation.
I
She
hate this
probably doesn't
motherfucker.
even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
Yeah, what he said.
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
We have died in every iteration so far, so I guess he is being realistic.
You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her. Given the stakes of the
He said
situation,
what?
there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either are terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be. If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say.
You really don't. Alright, what's it gonna look like this time?
The interior
Oh?
of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble
That
exterior
looks way
would
different
suggest.
than what I've seen
The only
before.
furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a
I just
pristine
climbed a
blade
ladder for it this
perched on its
time.
edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
God damn it.
Why do we feel so small?
We do feel small.
We don't feel small. We are small.
Because of you. That's why. I bet it's because of you. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be...
Yep, you said that before. Go to the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement.
The mirror that doesn't exist.
It's a wall. It isn't... What are you talking about? This isn't...
Make the mirror clean.
You reach
It's not
forward,
there.
Rub your hand. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
True. Gonna go in the basement. These massive doors. What's it gonna look like this time?
The door to the basement
Oh.
creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of
Is she gonna be
incense
bigger than
drifts
us?
up from below. For a moment,
Oh, because
you almost feel
she looked way bigger than us when she was standing on our throat. So maybe that's why we're tiny this time.
This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the
Booming
stairs.
voice.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Oh.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming.
Oh.
She wasn't like this last time.
That's the first time it's changed in the middle of a narration.
We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need
Why
to
do
see
you
her.
sound so different this time, broken buddy?
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude?
Yeah.
Just a few
But
minutes
he
ago
said-
you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the
Okay, we
spiral
all.
staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next.
That doesn't
Soon
feel that
the end comes
exhausting.
into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
Oh.
The princess
Oh.
towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
That's definitely different. Haven't seen that before.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless.
Just like cut off your big
Such
toe.
charming audacity.
There's gotta be something in the foot that will make you bleed out. I know if I could reach your thigh, I could make it happen. I don't think it's gonna work though.
Drop it.
What if I throw it? Tighten my grip?
As if on command, the blade
Oh.
slips from your... But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip
Oh.
it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade.
Do you control me or not? Because you've done it in the past.
Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us.
Bro.
You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
Bro.
Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
No. No. No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Oh.
Legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird.
Good little
Now,
bird, huh?
Why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs.
Oh my god. So this is my fault.
I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the
Okay,
world
Thanos.
as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny.
Again, Paradise Killer.
And
You know, I
you,
said this in the
little
first
bird,
stream, but
will help me
Paradise
seize
Killer.
it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson.
I was talking and did not pay attention to what she said. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, I knew that already. The time for me to seize my destiny, you little bird will help me seize it. That gives away the game, doesn't it? I knew that. I kind of knew that. This is the fourth time the fourth time I've met her. Iterations.
You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she?
I mean, definitely.
Then you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it?
I am inevitable. Yeah, this is, what, Brogan? Josh Brogan? Is that his name? That's just Thanos. I am inevitable or whatever.
He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her? Okay, first things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts
I'm like 6 inches tall, bro.
And commit yourself to what
I'm like the size of her foot. What am I gonna do here? Tickle her to death?
The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. If you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
I mean, kind of true, but... What would you have me do? What do you have planned? Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be. I have questions for you before I decide to do anything. Sorry, my cat's here. If you hear anything funny. What happened to you after I died? I'm not going to help you in the world. I don't care if something comes new after. If something new comes after. I just can't let you do that. I'm yours to command. Pledge yourself to her. Tempting. It's an easy way out, but I'm sure there's a Chivo for it, but I want to explore. What would you have me do? What do you have planned?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
If you're so powerful, why don't you do it yourself? Oh. It's like word for word.
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
Not a monarchist. I don't care about my place in the world or whatever.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do.
Okay. Why would you want me to do it?
The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was.
What?
The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity. The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn.
When you say terrible and bountiful, what's the terrible part? And how does it go with the bountiful part?
Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little
Oh Lord,
interest
you're
in
one of
discussing
those.
destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
What happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
No.
There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
I'm not gonna help you in the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do that. We're gonna be a good noodle and see it through.
I say,
We did try to kill her once. I don't know why she would let us submit. Like, wouldn't she be worried about assassination all the time? So we should just continue.
perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
She's gonna make us kill ourselves, huh?
Do it. It's what she...
No, buddy, no.
No objections here.
Hey! Hey!
Don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blood.
Come on. Oh, my dog thought I was scolding him or somebody else when I said hey. You're okay. Sorry, bud.
As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Is this what being in a cult feels like? Explore. Why? What are you going to try and make me do with it? Explore. I'm going to kill you. Explore. You're not kidding about that divine hand. Who's doing this? Is it her? Is it you? No. I'm trying to, like, click on these just in case there's something hidden, but... Okay, we gotta pick up the blade.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
She's gonna make us kill ourselves.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Surely she will make us do worse things, buddy.
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
I hate you. I hate you so much. All of you. Stop making me do things. I'm going to kneel here forever. Or stand is our only option. Still can't... There's gotta be a hidden option somewhere that we can, like, click if you just try. But this is not one of those. So we must stand.
You feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken.
I don't like that.
eventually.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not.
We
are
do
quiet
not.
child, while I am brilliant radiance.
Are you? Because your eyes tell me differently. These creepy little eyes tell me differently.
Take that knife in your hand and
Yeah.
slit
Yeah.
your throat.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen.
What?
But what did you think was gonna happen?
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves. Step
Again, I'm 6 inches tall, but I like this. End this.
Oh, we'll end
No!
this
No! No!
fight. Your hand
God
holds
damn
the
it.
blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
That's right. We throw the blade. We throw the blade. We throw the blade. Slay the princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you.
That's right.
But you do your best to stagger forward.
We fling the blade. We throw the blade. Come on.
Move towards the princess.
Come on.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy. But it seems you're in need
No.
of a harsher lesson.
No.
Plunge that knife into your
No.
lungs.
No, we don't. We don't. We throw the blade.
I'm sorry.
God damn it. I hate when you're here. I hate when you're here.
Don't.
No.
As you take
Fuck.
another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility.
Mm,
Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
I have had something in my abdomen that came out. Now, I have not been stabbed. I want to make that clear. I've not been stabbed. But I have had a drain in my abdomen. I'll make that clear. Okay, I've had a drain in my abdomen that has been pulled out without anesthesia and while I was awake, and it doesn't burn because it's not healed, right? Like the wound doesn't heal around you. They just pull it out. It didn't, for me, it didn't burn. It hurts. It did, like, it kind of hurts. It didn't burn, but it felt weird. And you do feel the air coming out of your abdomen when it comes out. It is a very weird feeling, okay? I can't explain how weird it feels because it's just one of those things that is just, like, clearly not natural, even though it is life-saving. And I, like, it is, like, hurting my side to talk about right now. There's just no words to describe how weird it feels. Anyway. The hiss of air is accurate, though. The burning, not so much, but I can see stabbing yourself probably might feel a little worse than a drain being pulled out.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Why don't we throw it at her?
Those
Come
are
on.
just words you don't have to listen to.
That's true, we don't.
It's what she wants.
In the next playthrough, I need to not have him here. The voice of the broken. I need to not have him here.
You, heroic, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop them from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around
Yeah,
the wrist,
yeah,
struggling
oh.
to keep it from perforating vital
Oh,
organs.
oh.
He still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing
Oh.
pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite
Oh.
the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece. At least
Did we have to repeat the sounds the entire time? Okay, you know.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird.
Does it have to
thinking
keep
it can
going?
defy God.
I know it's a horror game, but geez.
It doesn't have to be like this.
Is my channel gonna get
It
banned for
doesn't
this?
have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
You can choose to not do this to me, actually. Slay the princess.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
continue to approach the princess.
Yeah, that's right.
As the repeated
That's right. We approach the princess.
bone and muscles the open air of the basement. You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will. You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt.
She doesn't have to do any of this.
She's just doing what she has to.
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room,
Oh.
you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor. The
I mean, we're
cockroaches
definitely
float
dying.
in your throat.
But can we from right here? Do we have the strength? No. I know which
Princess
Chivo
kneels
we're
down,
getting.
lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before.
Oh.
Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death.
That's a little demeaning, isn't it?
Hmm.
Yes, how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. Take it.
I'm tired of you. I am tired of you.
I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this.
I agree with that.
At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
Exactly. I'm yours, pledge yourself to her. I said no. Resist or slay the princess. Slay the princess. No! What do you mean no?
Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can.
Wait.
The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh.
Oh yeah, that's
severing the
Yeah.
Defiance. She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees.
Her, let's get her other one. Come on.
You don't give her any time to recover.
Oh.
Heart pounding with
Oh my god.
passion.
Wait, hang on.
Your blade into her chest. As you find your target again and again,
Oh.
she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade.
Why are you laughing?
We can do this, can't we?
Yeah, we can.
You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
We just cut her Achilles tendon and then stabbed her in the chest 3 times. I think it might be a little bit late to beg for forgiveness. A little bit.
Shut up.
Thank you.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
I run away, right? I run out of distance from her. I get away from her, right?
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out,
Fuck.
knocking you off your feet. There's an
Oh my god.
pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest.
She can't survive that though, right? She's chained to the wall. I cut through her ankle. I stabbed her in the chest 3 times. She's not surviving this. She's got to die somehow.
Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the
Good
floor,
God.
the ground itself breaking from the impact.
Oh my god.
You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see
Oh.
what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
Oh my god.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
I killed you, I think.
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
Shut up.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
How is that different from what you felt before? Whatever. You, fuck you. Stop talking.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine.
That's right, King.
She collapses.
Slay your better God
her
killer.
glassy eyes
Whoa.
unthinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear as the two of you perish together. I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we?
Nope.
Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something,
Oh, I did this time.
I guess.
Cool.
Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over.
It's finally over.
Thank you. Everything goes
You're
dark,
welcome.
and you die.
Oh. Oh, the Fury. Oh, okay. Oh. Moaning and sobbing.
On a path in the woods. And at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
Do you mean the moaning and sobbing, or do you mean the landscape? Because that looks like lung tissue. That looks like lung tissue. Yeah.
I think he's upset.
What gave you that impression?
And what's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was. And ever will be.
Huh?
You're damn right we did. You'll get over it. Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us and you almost got us killed.
Well, we did die. So, he did get us killed, actually.
You're being too generous.
Thank you.
Did get us killed. Alright, enough chatter. I've got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions. Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path, and at the end of that path is a... If your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her. It's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it?
Yeah, it's not.
This is just grit. let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here.
Yep.
Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here.
Well, here specifically, no. We have killed the princess before. We've been in a path in the woods somewhere. But here specifically, no.
This is all different, isn't it?
Is that all it took to snap you out of it?
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted.
You don't say.
So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. I know all sorts of things, which is why you should listen to me. That's not really an answer. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously. Don't worry. We only need this one last go at things.
Yeah, that's right.
You'd better hope that's true. And don't let that inflated ego get in the way of doing your job.
If there's still a princess in the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
I'm gonna wager a guess. Looking around at the world, I would say that we probably can't.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now. You're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
You said yourself that you know more than you're letting on. If you want me to go to the cabin, then you better tell us everything. It feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You better all listen to me when the time comes to make a choice. If I don't slay her, if I just stay here, do anything else, and we hit this point of no return, then what happens? No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are at the cabin. We might as well see this through. Proceed to the cabin. Silently proceed to the cabin. I'm done with this. Bye! Turn around and leave. That would be, again, objectively the funniest thing to do in this scenario, this very messed up scenario, is to turn around and leave at this point, after all that we've done. After killing a god and just being like, peace out. But I would like to see if we can weasel something out of the narrator.
I can't. Anything I say at this point is far more likely to accelerate the unraveling of this place than it is to actually help you do your job. In fact, I probably shouldn't have even said that.
Well, it's going to happen, so may as well tell us.
Trust that if you've been here before, it means you know how dangerous she is, and that you know I'm not lying to you about her. Really? That's it? That's all we're getting out of here?
He just wants to keep things going the way they are. But we've been given a second chance to do right by her. She can build something better than this. She can build something better than us. We just have to let her do it.
But we don't. But we don't.
I get it. You're conflicted. You've been through a lot, but I really have to be firm here. I will tell you one thing, which is that even now, you are capable of stopping her and saving the world from ruin. You always have been. You always will be. Do with that what you will.
I do want to make them all listen to me, so let's try this.
So what if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've ever really got to say anything.
You kind of caused a lot of trouble the last time.
What a crock of shit.
That's right.
Yeah, you stabbed us last time.
Yeah,
Peter,
you literally did. You literally stabbed us last time.
It didn't even work. It doesn't count.
I'm pretty sure that if somebody stabbed me but didn't kill me, I would probably say it still counts as stabbing me even if I didn't die.
we died. If you didn't submit to her, for all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
It's the punishment you all deserved for not listening to me.
Aside from our sulking friend, I don't think you have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change. The second he tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
Thing's stubborn. We're gonna proceed. We're not doubting anything. We killed a god once, we can do it again.
Good. We're all on the same page.
Thank you.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her.
It was supposed to be like bird feet or hands or something.
That's it? No final
These.
words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
Yeah.
That's fine by me. Let's get moving. I'm itching for a rematch.
So true, King. Proceed.
The interior
Oh.
of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction.
Is that a
carved
mirror?
marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in.
That's just all like viscera. It looks like lung tissue, but like viscera. Just melting all over the place.
But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of
Sorry if you
writhing
heard my cat.
nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
Oh, that's wet clumps of living meat. Mmm. Yum.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
You did this.
Fuck you.
The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal.
Pulsating
Steel blade
pedestal.
perched on its edge.
Hmm.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It's that mirror again. This time it's blocking the door. How are we supposed to get to the basement? There's no door. It's just a mirror. I'm gonna say it again. You didn't know why.
Mirror? There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade sitting on the pedestal, and the door to the basement. Just to tell us where the door is. I'd like to get back to fighting.
This is what I meant about the mixing, by the way, earlier.
Feel the same. No more messing around.
It's so quiet right here. You can't hear over the music. There's no large difference in like the tone of what it's saying compared to earlier, so there's no reason for it to be so overall quiet. There's nothing else to be swallowing it up, so it's just really quiet. Also, sorry about the notification in the corner.
I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely. What are you trying to say exactly?
That we're succumbing to madness, that something in us is broken.
Yeah, you.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again.
Sensible. Let's do that. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the pedestal. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel. You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you?
This is the first time he's believed us about the mirror.
It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now?
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
We have collectively decided to not listen to you, so shh.
Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it.
I do want to see.
Smash it. Let's get violent.
No.
Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you do it doesn't matter. Aside from wasting
Cats.
a dangerous amount of it.
Wipe the mirror clean.
Reach forward and drag your hand across the door
Oh.
leading to the basement.
I found it.
As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised?
It's the same thing that's happened in every single loop, every single time we've seen a mirror.
You step forward into the darkness.
Oh, darkness.
The stairs
Oh.
leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose.
Ugh.
A high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths
Oh.
press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic.
Ugh.
The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here,
Whose
slaying
charred
her is probably
remains?
doing her a
And
favor.
who charred them?
Her voice, a bellowing
Oh.
rage, roars up the stairs.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
Oh boy.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I?
Shut up.
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good.
True.
She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination. We're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Whatever she is now, it's our fault. If she is an abomination, then what does that make us?
We were that in the first place. Did you not see us in the mirror? That was us in the first place. So, can't get much worse.
She was going to end the world last time. If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here. It's why your
There we
task
go.
is so important.
It'd be like that. Continue.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's
Oh.
walls are painted in blood. A deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams.
She has
over the
no
charred
flesh on
corpses
half
that
her
make
body.
its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone.
So, it is she that is charred? Maybe? Or is it her flesh that is not on her anymore that's charred? And her heart is just out, like her chest is flayed open. It's like the nicest thing I can say. The nicest way to describe it is flayed open.
The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
Well, no, but you're probably gonna tell me.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh.
I don't think there's any timed events in this, but I feel as if this is a good place for one. And also, we're definitely dying.
And then, with a nauseating sound,
yep.
the skin tears.
Yep,
It plops to the ground.
yep.
She pulls her red, glistening arm free
That's,
from her bindings.
oh, that looks so good. Glad I haven't eaten dinner yet.
She is loose, and she is coming for you.
I kill her?
Let her end
I throw it at her heart. I throw the blade at her heart.
Deserve for what you did to her.
It's the punishment I deserve for letting
Shut
it
up.
happen.
Shut up.
Screw that. We can win. We've done it before, and we'll do it again. This time, we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
That's true. Given up on destroying the world, have we? What happened to you? Wait, we don't have to do this. I'm gonna save. Just because I do want to see multiple options, I think. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry for what I did to you. Please just listen to me. No, she's not gonna listen to us. She's pissed. You see that? She's pissed off. She's like ripped skin off of half her body. It's not gonna work. I'm going to end you, slay the princess, let her end you. Not gonna let that happen. Don't say anything, just slay the princess.
Your heart full of fear, you
Yeah, that's
charge
right.
towards the princess. Your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow.
It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory.
He said.
Horrifying
Oh my god.
you are unwound.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever.
So that didn't work.
Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
You're unwound. Jesus Christ. True to her word, you do not die by her hand, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
We've been through this before. No.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you. But it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess. I don't want to look at us.
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay.
Aw.
If you say so. I'll trust you. Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
We definitely will.
A mercy.
Approach the mirror. Have I decayed? You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Oh yeah, that looks great. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Do you think there are people out there? Ooh. Interesting options this time.
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Okay, fair. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One.
Ooh.
Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others
One
back
more,
to me.
huh?
I will be singular. A final multitude.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does, I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does, I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. I want answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
There's no waiting forever. I've already done this. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Bring the fury to her.
You're on a path
Oh, that was a hidden
in
achievement.
the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Well, I will save this last part for another, I guess the 5th part will be my last bit of the playthrough. Because I'm not gonna like achievement hunt for 20 hours doing this game, but that was an interesting one. I guess we'll find out the real ending of the game next time together. Sheesh, I feel weird after that last one. I don't know why. And I don't know which path I'm going to choose for my last gift or whatever to her. So, let's save this, and I will see you in part 5 for the final gift to the vessel.